I'm Daisy, and I'm using the bilateral cochlear implant, and right now I have a SONNET 3.
Hi, I'm Sara, and I am Daisy's mom. So we are very blessed that we have an audiologist who participates regularly in MED-EL professional learning and contacts us to say, hey, this is something that may make Daisy's hearing experience even better. What do you think? And so he attended a MED-EL training and came back and called us and said, hey, I would love to try this with Daisy. There's this thing called anatomy-based fitting. And we said, okay, let's try it. We're always up for anything we can do to improve her hearing experience. And so based on that CT scan and seeing her cochlea, so this teeny little cochlea and that electrode in there, MED-EL created a different map for Daisy. And then we met with our audiologist and he added that map to her implant. And Daisy thought it was really cool. She got to see a picture of inside her head and see the cochlea and see where the implant was sitting and the electrodes and where they were at in her cochlea.
Yeah, it was very cool. But it was very amazing, and once it turned on, I actually laughed at Cass's voice because at first it just sounded flat, with no characteristics at all. But after that happened, it really seems like everyone's voices, they were way more round and had way more characteristics in it.
So I don't think we knew that she wasn't hearing male voices as well, but her audiologist, that's Cash, who she referred to, her audiologist is a man. And so they turned on the new map, and when I was talking, she didn't really notice a difference. And then when her audiologist, who's male, started talking, she just started laughing. And she said, your voice is so different. And at first it was really funny, but then I loved how she described it. She said, before, Cash's voice has always been very flat, and it's just very flat. Yeah. And then with the change based on the anatomy-based fitting, she said his voice got round. And so the ability to distinguish male voices just changed dramatically for her. And it was a bit of an adjustment. Like, I was surprised. I think that it's been years since we've had a change in a map that was that dramatic. And I think especially when someone has had implants since they were a baby, they don't have, right? She didn't know what male voices sounded like before. And so she couldn't give us that feedback necessarily that voices were sounding flat and she wasn't hearing male voices as well as female voices. She just assumed that's what they sounded like, right?
Yeah. But after I got the anatomy-based fitting, it actually kind of sounded like I was hearing everything like normal people, like everyone.